What it do, God? It's your boy, Trap Astrology. You are now live, and the only place you can get real nigga interpretations or translations for anything astrology, astronomy, or spiritual, you dig? Now, yesterday I tried to go live to kind of talk about the new moon energies. My motherfucking phone had died, and then I had ran out of Zah. So I just took that as a sign to try again tomorrow type shit, you know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. Today I'm just gonna finish up what I was talking about yesterday. I think I had went through like signs 1 through 4, but the video ain't even saved because my phone had died and shit. So I'm just gonna do the whole thing over today. Hopefully that shit render and get out here pretty soon. I'm already 2 degrees late. Luckily, like I said, when you got these new moon, these full moon energies, it can be real. The energy can be prevalent for like up to a week before and a week after. So, you know, shit is still relevant. It ain't like this shit lost relevance, because if you only watching a new moon video on the day of the new moon and feel like that's the only time it apply, like that day, you shouldn't even be doing this shit. Because trust me, this shit way deeper than just like one day of work. You know what I'm saying? New moons is where really when the moon is draining out all this energy, or energy could be really more so weak. You know what I'm saying? And so it's giving you opportunity to plant certain seeds, you know what I'm saying, to build up the energy how you want it to build. You know, when it's a full moon, I tell niggas get out them esoteric streets. On a new moon, I tell niggas to be more to ingrain themselves in whatever energy. So it's a new moon. It was a new moon in Leo. So that mean we need to be creatively expressing ourselves. More fifth house shit. We need to be expressing our creative endeavors, bringing in new creations and children into the world, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Being bold with our self-expression and shit. So whatever house Leo fall in for you, you know what I'm saying, then you'll kind of want to play out those characteristics in that state right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's being affected by Jupiter and Aries a little bit right now, but I really won't touch on that too heavy, because then that probably get too complicated. But like I was saying, I'm making sure ain't nobody walking in on me and shit. But like I said, we're gonna try to shoot through these motherfuckers pretty quick. I already got these cards pulled. I already got the oracles. Like I said, if y'all was tuned into the live, I had a couple people tuned into the live. It was a pretty good number too. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was doing some good numbers and shit too. I got up to like the 4th house before that shit finally died on me. My shit ain't. Well, I'm talking shit. My phone ain't even that charged right now. I might have to take a break in between this video and shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be doing so much researching and learning. And I'm an information addict, which means I'll be watching some video on the TV, I'll be reading a book, I'll be taking notes on my phone, and currently researching shit. Like, if I don't know a word or a phrase or how a motherfucker use that shit, I gotta look it up and see the root word. I gotta look at it. I'll be going too crazy sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So that should be holding me up. But, you know, for example, I got the new moon going through the 11th house. That's all dealing with, you know what I'm saying, like technology, social media, people you don't know that well, associates, shit like that. So, more so, I also got Jupiter in my 7th house. So, like, me putting myself out there and relating to people who I may not know as much, or who I may have met through social media or different forms of technology, this is kind of more so what I need to be getting into the energy of playing out with, you know, with Leo-like energy, you know what I'm saying? So, we can dive right into it. I gotta check my notes out and shit. We could dive into that first one on later. So, right out the gate, if you got Leo new moon going through in your 1st house, you know the new moon in the 1st house is basically telling you you need to find new ways of expressing your personality or putting your persona into more shit that you do. You know what I'm saying? If you got this placement right here, or this transit going on right here, it's a time where like, I would say it's a busy time of the year, but you know, if you got Leo in the new moon in the 1st house, then you probably got Leo on the ascendant or Leo in the 1st house. Either way, you got the sun that's passing your ascendant, enter your 1st house. So a lot of new personal opportunities probably are being seen by you or brought to the light, you know, already in these 30 degrees. But you want to think about how, like, you present yourself to others, or focus on changing personal habits to better improve confidence in yourself, so you can be confident in putting yourself out there. A lot of times, when we not confident in our personality, we can kind of cling on to shit that we see on the internet, or groupthink, or how other people think. You might have an idea that people think is kind of too crazy, you know what I'm saying, or too out there, and so you start to cling on. For example, I'm a nigga who don't go by the Gregorian calendar. Now, people in my own household be getting pissed off. They be like, man, I don't even know what day you talking about, this, that, and the third. But it ain't for them, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though a lot of people around me might think that shit is crazy, that I don't go by the Gregorian calendar. I use my own days, like, based on the planets that rule them. And I use my own, you know what I'm saying, I use my own solar calendar based on what degree the sun is at and what constellation it's in. So a lot of people, they might figure out the knowledge that I found out and try to present it to people and get shot down. And the first thing they do is go right back to using the Gregorian calendar because people made them feel stupid for using something else yourself. This is he said, so that'd be a habit of trying to fit your thoughts and your ideas into other people's boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes your idea might be a little too out there, but even then, it's ways that you could bring far out ass ideas into the limelight. I mean, everybody got to invent shit. So if you can come up with a actual 3-dimensional plan to bring your whatever you thinking in your head, your ideas, your ideologies, you could bring them into the 3-dimensional realm. You know what I'm saying? By practicing different rituals and shit like that. And when I say rituals, I just mean by manifesting and meditation and getting in line with the universe so you can get what you're trying to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, you also want to factor in the importance of, like, authenticity and how you present yourself. Like I said, because a lot of times, it just falls back into confidence a little bit. A lot of times, people don't even dress how they really want to dress. They kind of wear what's cool. You know what I'm saying? If they see everybody wearing skinny jeans, or they see everybody wearing some name brand, then they'll want to go out and get the name brand so they can kind of get the clout that come up with us. It's like easy clout, you know? And if everybody got on a pair of Balmains, don't nobody really stand out. But the one nigga that's wearing a different pair of jeans, he can gain clout and popularity off just being a trendsetter. You get what I'm saying? And this is more so what the energy you want to play into. If you do some shit that's different than everybody, but it's your personal way, not just doing shit that's different just to be different. If you doing shit that's different, but it's because the way you want to do it, oh, I wear my hat cocked to this side, and I wear my hats and shit like this because this is how I want to do it. This is how I express myself. That shit'll gain you traction right now. You get what I'm saying? Doing shit like that is how you really gain traction right now. So you really want to use your Leo energy to be brave and put yourself into more experience and experience life from more of your personal lens, not from nobody else who influencing you lens. You know what I'm saying? The oracle card I pulled was the Magician in reverse. Now, we know the Magician, that's like the spirit avatar card. That's a card where you learn how to use all your tools. You learn how to use fire, drive, passion, action. You learn how to use earth. That's stability, structure, safety. You learn how to use air, communication, communication, detachment, ideas. You learn how to use water, deep connection, feeling. You learn how to use all these things in tandem with each other to create the reality that you would like. You get what I'm saying? So in reverse is basically either telling me, well, in reverse is basically telling me that you got all the tools at your disposal to bend reality to your will, but you going out your way not to use them. You know what I'm saying? You might be a motherfucker who want to open up a restaurant, and you got a couple friends that's in the real estate. You got a couple friends who had businesses before, and you won't even pick up the phone and reach out to them niggas. You know what I'm saying? And chop it up with them, have lunch with them, see what you can learn from them, see what resources they can have, they might have that you can use. That's what this, with the magician in reverse, that's what it's telling me. You need to learn how to use the resources and the tools that you already have around you. You probably, if you got the magician right now in reverse, you probably one of the people who think, who always say you need something before you start it. Oh yeah, I want to start my website, I want to start my blog, but I need some more followers first, or I need a better design first. And you probably one of them niggas who need to just put one foot forward and go from there. Blanco, chill out. What up?
Daddy?
What?
Can I go outside?
Not right now. Wait till Infinity get back.
Alright, where's she going anyway?
She went to go get a snack.
It's there.
Okay, well, just stop coming up here.
I don't know.
So yeah, like I was saying before I cut out, you probably one of them people that always got always got some excuse before for why you can't do something right now, or why you can't start something. And this card basically telling you that you got everything you need around you. You need to look up. Oh, I ain't got enough money to start my business right now. Don't even know. You don't even need nothing. You know what I'm saying? People don't even know that you make the product that you're trying to start a business for yet. Maybe you should get people initiated into you making that product before you start the business, before you got the money to start the business. Maybe you can gain some traction, you know what I'm saying, just off making whatever you make or doing whatever your business is. So the Oracle, and the Oracle card I pulled was the Moon in Libra, which this is just drilling home in the fact that you need to do more as a Libra Moon. Basically, how we live, or how we react to the whole world, is we see ourselves through our friends and people the people that can see our moon. We see ourselves through them, which means we always want to reflect ideas and feelings and emotions and all these different things upon these people. And then depending on how they feel or how they react to the shit is how we react. So when you a fully formed Libra Moon, you learn how to make people see they self within you, see their reflection through you. When people come and try to relate to you, they can see they self through you instead of the other way around. You get what I'm saying? So you want to be a fully formed Libra Moon here with this Oracle card, basically saying, don't conform to what people is around you. Don't put yourself in other people's box or situations or issues that you connecting with emotionally. Let them people see themselves through you. Be the example for them, and that way, you can still relate and like have diplomacy and be diplomatic and be fair with people, but you making people meet you on your level. As a Libra Moon, a lot of times you get the short end of the stick because you always want to be fair and you always want to, like, you don't want nobody to be left out. You want to be diplomatic and you want everything to work out. You kind of want to be peaceful and shit. So a lot of times for shit to be peaceful when you dealing with people that's not Libra Moons, a lot of times that means a Libra Moon lose or take the L because everybody else is too selfish to really see that you only falling on the sword to make everybody else happy. You get what I'm saying? So, and like I said, that's a Libra Moon in this baby state. You know what I'm saying? As a Libra Moon, I'm a nigga who have taken many of L's. You get what I'm saying? For the greater good of the group. And to be honest with you, it was for nothing, because if you let them tell it, I didn't do shit. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, really, what was I doing this shit for? Because I didn't feel no better afterwards, and nobody even appreciated me taking the L. So all of this shit was in vain anyways, really. You get what I'm saying? So that shit, you know, it is what it is with that. But like I said, with this Oracle card energy, you want to be a fully formed Libra Moon, which is, you want to make people see they self through you. You know what I'm saying? They want to let people react and catch up to where you at on your level, not you coming down to play on their level. You get what I'm saying? Now, the next next house, we got a second house. Let me check my notes right here. Now, we know about the second house. It's all about like what we value. It's about finances and income, but a lot of times it's about income and finances because that's what we value. Because and we value that because that's how we gain access to things that we want: housing, travel, food, leisure, anything like that costs like currency. So we value income in that way. But the key to unlocking your second house, I tell a lot of people, was to stop putting the money on it and start putting like the emotion on it. Like I was just watching some Dolo today, and he wasn't talking about the second house, but he was talking about just when you trying to do your intentions or you trying to get shit out the universe and you not using words like I want or I need, or you know what I'm saying, like you using shit like I am, like you talking like you already gonna have it. That way it's living vicariously through you. You could be a motherfucker who to try to manifest $1 million every day, and you might live 100 years in this motherfucker and never quite get that $1 million, but you resonated and it lived vicariously through you so strongly that it's gonna come eventually. It might not come this lifetime, but you might come next lifetime and be a fucking might have a YouTube kids. I might be a kid on YouTube making 45 million a year, and motherfuckers be like, damn, how this nigga make it? It'd be like, cause this nigga done been manifested being a millionaire from 3 lifetimes ago. Even when he didn't have it, his mindset and his whole demeanor, he lived vicariously. You know what I'm saying? It lived that whole energy, that emotion that you would feel from being a millionaire lived vicariously through him. To the point where the universe ain't got no choice but to bring it to your doorstep. You get what I'm saying? Regardless if it's in this lifetime or the next. And you got to be satisfied with that. Someone, like I said, you don't need $1 million to live $1 million life in this world. There's a lot of people who never was rich and never was famous, who lived a hell of a life, who left here with no regrets. And there's plenty of people who are rich and famous and die too early, or die with regrets, and die with shit on their mind that's gonna bring them down here for reincarnation and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of got off track a little bit, but what I was saying was the video I watched with Dolo. We're just talking about how we speak and we communicate with the universe. And a lot of times with this second house, we can get caught up, like I said, in income and finances and what what we want to buy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the emotions that buying that shit get us, because really that's what you doing it for. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you was to go buy the new Benz and drive off and it didn't make you feel like anything and nothing happened, I mean, to me that would be a pointless buy. You buy a Benz to feel like the shit. So when you driving by, motherfuckers asking you, oh, what year that is, how much you paid, blah blah blah. What you gotta nail down is what's that energy, what's that emotion you feel, whether that's pride or happiness or joy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be the feeling of being better than or pretentious. It could be the feeling of feeling better than people. Whatever that emotion is, you need to nail it down and start trying to aim for that. You know what I'm saying? See, our shit on 10% right now. So after this time, I have to pause it. But let me put this shit up. But oh yeah, I'm gonna finish the second house off before I'm gonna have to pause it and then charge up. But with that second house, we want to stop putting the value on the actual physical money or currency that we getting, and start putting the value on the emotion that we get out of what we're buying for ourselves. If that, you know what I'm saying, regardless of what feeling that is, and that way, yeah, that feeling or emotion won't be exactly tied to just money. You won't. You might be asking for $100, and you really asking for $100 because you want to get some weed, you want to get some food, you want to get blah blah blah. And if you instead of putting the $100 on there, you put the emotion that the $100 make you feel. It might be fulfilled or satisfied or whatever it might be. And you might not even get $100. It might come in, oh, you got approved for food stamps, and somebody just blessed you with some free weed. You get what I'm saying? So you didn't get $100, but now you got $250 in food stamps, and you got a half of some za. $100 wouldn't have got you neither of those. You get what I'm saying? So putting the onus on the emotion or expression or how we feel once we get that thing that we value is what we want to focus on here. You know what I'm saying? I want to get that out before I even dove into the second house, because like I said, the second house is a place that's already got heightened sensitivity to like the world of the five senses, to like the physical environment, and it got like ties to like the security that you gain from the solid ground that you have built yourself, kind of like stability, structure. Those are all three-dimensional things that we can get through money. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing that the new moon can bring is new ways to bring in shit that you value. You get what I'm saying? So really the first thing that you wanted to do is you want to reassess what you value. Because like I said, the new moon is a cleansing. The new moon is a release of all of the moon energy. That's why you can't see the moon. You know what I'm saying? A moon of reflection. So when it's a new moon and it's dumping all the energies out, you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? So you want to release everything that you value that no longer serve you no more. That's no longer on your path to, ascension or spiritual, whatever it was, attunement, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? People got plenty of names. English will fuck you up with that shit. So whatever you are trying to get to on your spiritual journey, you want to reassess what you value. You know what I'm saying? You might value having friends, or you might value going out with friends, but the type of friends you got don't really value the type of shit you value. You got friends who, always want to go out drinking even though you told them you don't want to drink. Or you might got friends who, you might got friends who only want to kick it in the city and you really want to travel. You know what I'm saying? It could be a lot of things. And you really got to reassess your values and see what you value you know what I'm saying? What you valuing, and is it worth you keeping the value? You know what I'm saying? And if it's not, then you want to release it. And then so you can give yourself room to creatively go out there and express yourself and maybe come into some new things that you value. But it's like a sponge. You got to let some old values go to gain some new values. You know what I'm saying? And you want to play into that Leo energy with the second house and go out here and be bold, be creative. You know what I'm saying? Be expressive. And plant some good seeds on some new values, so you can work on them when they get in your sixth house, and then they can become your career status, or how people perceive you in your 10th house. You know what I'm saying? So discovering ways to increase your income is always a feature here, I say, when the new moon here, because this just can be like new ways that you, like I said, we value money because it's access, but you could be valuing just new ways to make money. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be new ways to make money, or new ways to gain shit that you need money to buy for less money, or like not money at all. You and a friend might both offer services, and y'all both be paying each other for services. One girl might do hair and the other one might do nails, and you get your hair done from her and pay, and she get her nails done from you and pay, and y'all might just be like, you know what, man, let's just do a service for a service. And that way, you might have not found no new way to make no money, but you found a new way to save some money, you know what I'm saying, and still get something that you value, your nails or your hair done, without spending the actual money. You get what I'm saying? So you want to keep that shit in mind here. Now, speaking of attainment, the card I pulled was, I'm pulling out my notebook. I got a tarot numerology notebook of notes. Card I pulled was the 9 of Wands, though. And we know that what's wands, that's in wands and tarot represent fire. So that's all about, action, drive, doing, passion, shit like that. And then we know nines, that's nines is about getting your reward at the end of a long journey. You know what I'm saying? Like 9 is it brings forward, like I said, rewards of all the hard work that we've been putting in throughout our journey so far, and the actions and challenges that we have faced paying off, and we are receiving what we've been working towards. You get what I'm saying? This energy is like I said, with the 9 of Wands, this energy could be relevant in, like I said, finding new ways of income, or it could be finding new ways to gain shit that you value without spending as much income or any income at all. You get what I'm saying? The universe could just be bringing different ways that for you to access that type of shit. Like I said, and so this could be, you could be finding new ways You can also look at the Nine of Wands sitting here in the second house. Like I said, with that Wands being all about passion, you could be finding, you can finally be paying off and being paid or finding some type of, not rewards, but you being compensated for something that you're passionate about. You might work a regular job and you always made clothes on the side, and now that this new moon that passed with your second house, now you finally getting orders to do little tailor jobs and take little custom orders, and you can start making actual access or actual money from something that you're passionate about, and you can start spending less time at your job, which is just something that pays the bills and get you from A to B. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm getting with that Nine of Wands. The card I pulled was the Moon in Sagittarius, and that's all about being prepared to be adaptable as plans you laid out can change, and courses can deter, shit like that. And I think this is all about with the Moon in Sagittarius. I think this more so about Sagittarius is all about exploring new ideas, higher learning, wisdom, shit like that. Like I said, and this could also play a factor into you discovering new ways to find currency and shit that you're passionate about. Playing into that Nine of Wands card. Basically, like I said, with that new moon, if you releasing some values, then you can have room to value new shit, and those new values could definitely bring in new experiences and new wisdom. All right, my bad. We back. I had to take a little break. Phone died. Kids needed tacos, all type of shit. Oh shit! I got like 3 notebooks on here. Okay, but I think where we left off was the second house. So we can keep going on this new moon and Leo through the houses. Next house up is the third house. Now we know the third house, that's all about, the third house in general, that's all about like communication, your local community, close friends, people that you can be bored with, shit like that, your local surroundings, shit like that. And then also with the moon here in your third house, you got a sextile in your ascendant. My bad, I'm trying to get this shit lit. So we good. Ooh, shit, that's gassy. All right, listen. So yeah, with that moon sextile in your, sextile trines, that's like where the energy work well together, flow. I don't only like to say work well. I like to say the energy flow easier. Like they work. It take less effort to get these energies to flow together, because they already want to work with each other. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna be so with the moon sextile in your ascendant, you're gonna be seeking out. You could be seeking out assurance from family and old friends, allies, people that you could be bored with, or even like places, books, or objects from your past. It can be like a real nostalgic time. And with the sextile, and like when you reach out for assurance from these people and these places and things and shit in your local community, in your close proximity, it's gonna be met with some like you gonna actually receive what you're looking for. So if you're looking out reaching for advice or looking out for help or anything, these close people in your family, this gonna be a time where it's actually gonna, niggas gonna actually personally help you out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be like no group effort. Motherfuckers actually help you personally out with that moon sextile in your ascendant. Also, with the moon going through third house, you also want to focus on like, because like I said, with the Leo new moon, you want to clear some space with that new moon and release some shit to give yourself an opportunity to play out that Leo in whatever house the new moon was happened in. So if it happened in your third house, you want to give that Leo energy time to get your communication, your interaction with others colored by emotional considerations, and your need to have emotional rapport and feel like a kinship with others can be on the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Like, but events from the past of subjective assessments and feelings, which may have little basis or little meaning, like little resonance on what's going on in your life right now, may also influence your thinking. And that kind of play into your moon sextile your ascendant, usually you'll be met with more resistance. If you didn't have that moon sextile in your ascendant, those past thoughts and shit that you had that just from bringing up your nostalgic past, it'll be in a more in a negative light. Now it still could play out in a negative light, but here with that moon sextile, it's kind of pushing you towards the energy flowing a little more easy. So, you know, with the new moon happening in your third, you know what I'm saying, this give a new time for you to, like I said, look at your close surroundings, look at your close proximity, see what you can release. You get what I'm saying? That's not really for you, and you can gain yourself opportunity to build new connections and bring new people into into your close proximity, your local surroundings, your local community, your close friends and family, people that you can be bored with. Or you could just, or it could not be new people, just new ways that you communicate with these things around you or these people around you. You get what I'm saying? The card I pulled was the Three of Cups. Now, we know the Cups energy in tarot, that's all about water, like deep emotions, connection, and intuition, shit like that. Now, we know threes and tarot is about, you know, like groups. You know, ones is self, twos is partnerships, and then threes you kind of moving on into the group. You know what I'm saying? Let me check my notes over here. Now, threes can also represent like the completion of one phase and then embarking on another one. You get what I'm saying? That can play into that energy about, like I said, seeing what in your close proximity, local community, close friends and family no longer serve you, so you can have room to express yourself. So when you're expressing yourself in this house, to attract more things that resonate with where you vibrating at. You get what I'm saying? So this can, like I said, but this also with this number with the Three of Wands out the gate is really telling you to, you know, connect with friends, connect with groups, get out here a little bit more, add more things that you resonate with into your close proximity and your close friends and family. You get what I'm saying? If you got some friends who you be on the internet with and y'all always posting the same shit, y'all always go to the same places, but y'all never do this shit together, maybe it's a time you to reach out to these people and you try to bring them into your closer inner circle so you can have people that you resonate with on a higher level. You get what I'm saying? That's in your close proximity. You know what I'm saying? So with that, oh shit, my bad. So, and like I said, with that Cups, that's all about emotion, deep connection. So that's, like I said, this is about connecting and deeply connecting and relating emotionally to groups and new people that you can bring into your close proximity and your people, like I said, people that you can bring into your local community, or people from your local community, neighbors, people that live by you. You know what I'm saying? People that go to the same places that you go to, that y'all brush shoulders with. It might be time to bring those people into your inner circle if they seeing things and view shit and resonating how you resonate. You get what I'm saying? Card I pulled was the Moon and Gemini. Now, with the Moon and Gemini Oracle card, you want to watch out for getting too stressed out. You know what I'm saying? Overload. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the spirituality shit is like a sponge. So you gotta, with this new moon, you have to release some shit to get in some new shit. If you try to keep everything that's in your circle right now, even old friends who you don't even see eye to eye with, and y'all don't even kick it no more, y'all just kind of saving face, comment on each other pictures every couple months. Instead of releasing them, if you're trying to keep them and add new people in, now you can bring a little too much stress. Now you can have friends who don't like other friends, or you could just be too many people who you got to keep up with and you got to communicate with, to the point where it can get frustrating, to where you can feel like you ain't got enough time in a day. So with that Moon and Gemini Oracle card, that's really what that's telling me. You know what I'm saying? So you want to watch out for that, and you want to make sure you give yourself time to actually release. You get what I'm saying? Like, you want to give yourself time to actually make some space for you to play out this Leo energy. You don't want to just, okay, I'm on that next. You want to give yourself time and space and energy to play out that Leo characteristics. You get what I'm saying? So you can prosper from the energies in the sky. That's the main reason why we here. we not here just to say, we find out with like relatable astro, like, oh, this relate to me, oh, this, that, and no, we not here for that. What we here to do is to figure out how we can make the energies that's already prevalent in the sky work for us on a day-to-day basis. And a new moon is a time you definitely need to get out here and get your hands dirty a little bit, get your hands in the streets a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not so much hide behind, not too much shy away from it. You want to kind of go towards it because it's an open slate. It's a time for you to plant seeds, and if you plant the right seeds, you know what I'm saying, when it's time for these seeds to come to fruition, you're gonna be on the good side. You're gonna be on the good end of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, for some, like everything, like when people say they doing shit the right way, it's always the right way for you. You can't really say, you can't really. That's why closed mouth don't get fed. You can't really say what's right for nobody else. They have to say that. You know what I'm saying? So when you're doing something that you feel like is right or you're on the right path, you're doing something that's on the right path for you. You get what I'm saying? So you can't really, do shit that's right for nobody else. Some shit that's right for you gonna be left for other people. So when you planting these seeds, if you planting the right seeds and you in the right mindset, when he's putting these things in order, when they come to fruition, some shit that might be go good or right for you might mean left for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that when you thinking of right and wrong and all shit, you only thinking from your perspective. You can't really be judge and jury for nobody else. Karma don't even really exist the way people think it do. You know what I'm saying? Some people who work in real witchcraft is not getting their karma. Them niggas is kind of doing other shit. Not saying you need to use magic to duck your karma, because eventually everybody get hit with some shit. But like I said, in this lifetime at least, it's some niggas who doing foul shit and go to the grave smiling. They never got their karma in this lifetime. They karma gonna come next time. You know what I'm saying? Like, them niggas probably lived a nigga like me. I got Saturn right on my sun at 20, like 1 degree off. My sun 21, I got Saturn at 20. It's nuts. Like, so I probably was a dictator or some shit in the past. So I'm here to learn more aptitude and shit like that. Like, however y'all see the words, But moving on to new moon in the 4th house. Now, if you got new moon in the 4th house, that means your moon's squaring your ascendant right now. So that means you probably gonna feel at odds with yourself or other people right now. Like, you probably gonna feel like you can't quite get into a flow, or you can't vibe with niggas right now. You gonna feel like you off. You're gonna feel like everybody going one way and you going the other way. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel like you can't vibe with motherfuckers in your environment right now. Like you're gonna feel like wherever you go, like you gonna feel like you ain't got no peace of mind, or you can't like chill at your house. Even your house ain't gonna feel like a house right now. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta be be aware of that and be on top of it. You don't want to get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? So you can have an oversensitivity and childish impulses are stronger than usual. So you want to kind of like, you want to watch for that. You already got them type of energies in the sky. You know what I'm saying? With your moon square your ascendant, because this is opposite. Sextile and trine. Those energies have to work together. Opposition or a square, those cause a little more friction. You know what I'm saying? And now that you're aware of it, you can kind of keep your space from people. So even if you're in a house with roommates or you live with other people, you might want to give yourself, you might want to go to your room or go to your solitude, wherever you could be in solitude in that space, and kind of, have some alone time and not really be brushing too many energies of people, you know what I'm saying, during this week or so while this new moon energy is still prevalent. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you want to chill. You want to be able to chill on that tip. You know what I'm saying? Now, with the moon in the 4th house in general, you can have a desire for comfort, security, structure, stability, privacy. All of that shit peace of mind. All of that shit is hitting stronger now. Then you want to spend some quality time with your family or by yourself at home. Like I said, and preferably with that moon square you're sending, preferably by yourself. But if you got people that you can be yourself with, like, wholeheartedly, like you ain't got to put up no type of facade, so you can really generally be at home, then that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? This is a time for this is a time for like going within, so you can replenish yourself in order to meet challenges and stresses of your usual activities. So domestic or family matters are emphasized heavily here. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, the 4th house is all about the home and family, but more so, your home is where the heart is. Home is where you can have a peace of mind at. You get what I'm saying? So this is all about emphasis on that. Like I said, with this squaring your ascendant, it could be hard. You know what I'm saying? You might have to work a little harder to make your house feel like a home right now, or to feel like you can have a peace of mind at home. But we here to understand these type of energies. Like I said, every transit ain't happy-go-lucky. Every transit ain't bad. There's some good and bad energies to all of them. So when you, with like if you got moon going, if you had the new moon going on in your fourth house, I'm sure you already feeling these type of energies. You get what I'm saying? So you just want to be aware of them and make sure you're not really going too overboard and being too oversensitive to situations that don't cause for you to, always act out or spaz on motherfuckers or flash on niggas like that. Like I said, this might be a time where you just want to take a little more me time, a little more get into your solitude bag. Like I said, go into wherever you can have some solo time in your house. It gotta, you know what I'm saying, and kind of vibe out by yourself right there and shit. You know what I'm saying? The card I pulled was the Ten of Wands. Now, we know Wands in tarot, is all about fire. That's the fire element. So that's drive, passion, action. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Actually doing some shit physically. You know what I'm saying? Then, tens, that's all about like end of a cycle, completion, renewal. You know what I'm saying? Tens really can represent like the start of a new cycle. So tens therefore can be seen as a transitional period between the old and the new. So like I said, with this Ten of Wands here, with this moon in the fourth house, really what it's telling me is more so than anything, you might have to recreate. This might be a time where you might have to redecorate. You know what I'm saying? You might need to redecorate or rearrange the crib or reorganize some things or change your feng shui in the house up a little bit or find you a new little corner or a new little spot. Maybe you clean out the basement and start going in the basement to meditate and shit like that. But this is like almost, like I said, finding a new cycle to something, starting it's the end of an old cycle and the start of a new cycle. So if you being aware of your moon square your ascendant right now, you already know that shit is a little testy and your vibes is already a little off, more so than other people in your house, your home, your house, your home and family. You can use this energy to start a new cycle and maybe do something to start something like, so when this time come up again, you already know what to do because you started this before. You know what I'm saying? That's why you cleared out a space in the basement. So when motherfuckers get to annoying you and get on your nerves and shit, you just go to the basement. You know what I'm saying? You grab a crystal or two. You know what I'm saying? Take a blunt and you just go down there and you kind of meditate and you kind of get into your sacred space. You know what I'm saying? Away from everybody and have some peace of mind. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's about how home and family, but more so like peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? And usually you have a peace of mind with people that's in your home and your family. You know what I'm saying? So that's more so what I'm getting with this Ten of Wands. Actually, completing and starting a new cycle. And when you complete an old cycle, like I said, that's the you might have used to could chill on the couch, but now the kids be too loud and they always coming to bother you no matter what. So now you gotta get a new space. It's time to put an end on that old thing you used to do, old cycle, and you starting a new cycle. Like I said, now you can clear out the basement. You can start something new, and now now next time you ain't even gotta go through the period of trying to, you know what I'm saying, like of trying to move around. You already got a place for when motherfuckers irritate you. You get what I'm saying? The oracle card I pulled was the waxing moon, which says now is a good time to focus on achieving your own personal goals. And like I said, with that moon inside, with that moon in the fourth house, you definitely want. It's a time to focus on within and focusing on yourself and your solitude and finding peace within yourself. You get what I'm saying? So anywhere can be home to you. Like I said, you might have like chilling on the couch until the kids got to bothering you, but now you can make the basement your home just as much as the couch, just by the feeling you get from being down there. The same feeling you was getting in the living room. You can make yourself have that feeling and expression just in another place. You get what I'm saying? Now we can move on to the where we at, fifth house? Hold on. Let me see what I got over here. What's that? Most likely Aries. Yeah. Okay. So, fifth house. Let me see what I got up here. Oh yeah. Okay. So, fifth house. Well, we know the fifth house. That's all about creativity, children, and children is creating, like, it's just creations that we bring into the world. It's not always human beings. Sometimes it could be art. It could be whatever you express yourself and do. it's childlike activities. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Leo is actually like ruler 5th house. So Leo new moon's here. You know what I'm saying? Leo like to be here. You know what I'm saying? So actually, yeah, that's what I thought. I forgot. So yeah, with the new moon in the 5th house, that means it might be time. It's time to express your creativity endeavors more. You know what I'm saying? It's trying to express your childlike joy more. You know what I'm saying? You also gonna have a moon trine your ascendant here. Like I said, trines and sextiles, that mean they flowing well together. So you can have a lot of harmony and sense, like, you know, vibing along comfortably with events and people that are that's near you right now. You get what I'm saying? And you likely to take the path of least resistance and stay with whatever has proven trustworthy and safe, rather than making significant changes. So relationship, basically what that's saying is, the people that you plant good, it's basically what that's saying. If you planted good seeds, your relationships can be very fruitful right now. Meaning, you a lot of your relationships and networking that you've done in the past 6 months, basically can come to you having relationships with resourceful people that can get you the shit that you need to do right now. So so like I said, when it's saying you basically taking the path, you doing what's proven trustworthy. You've been knowing and hanging out with these people and building a rapport with these people for, it could be months, it could be years. And now this would be a time with the moon trying your 5th house, and it's time to express your creative endeavors. It's time for you to use these people. Not use them, but like they like I said, if y'all really friends and y'all, you know what I'm saying, you build a rapport, they want to help you. So if you an actor and you've been, you know what I'm saying, for the past 6 months, all you've been doing is kicking it, brushing shoulders with executives and brushing shoulders with directors and shit. Now that it's time for you to step out there and, you know what I'm saying, apply for some roles and do some, and you know what I'm saying, and do some screenings and shit, it's going to be time for you to make these calls. Oh yeah, so I just auditioned for this role. Let me know. Look at my audition tape. Let me know if it's anything, you know what I'm saying, anything I could do better, or if you could get me for any type of role, I'm with. You know what I'm saying? This might be the time for you to pull out. If you rap and you can brush shoulders with plenty, producers that's industry level, and now you trying to make a mixtape and you trying to reach out to them and you trying to get a good price for, you know what I'm saying, for a beat or two. This will be the time to get out there and do that shit with the moon trining, or yeah, with the moon trying to your ascendant. You get what I'm saying? So, but with the moon in your 5th house in general, it's a time for coming out your shell and expressing your true desires and feelings, and openly displaying, you know what I'm saying, how you feel towards others. You get what I'm saying? Also, your like childlike energy and your dramatic side can be like, it can be put on the forefront more so. So you can enjoy like entertainment, creative activities, anything that bring childlike joy to you. You go probably, enjoy it a lot more with this during this new moon transit. You know what I'm saying? But you want to put that energy, like I said, you might have to put some shit to the side that you was doing to make way for you to have these childlike joy energies, or add new activities or things in there. Like I said, if you're an actor and you work a 9 to 5, you might have to cut back on some of them hours and go from working 40 hours to making 15, 20 hours a week, so you can make up that time to go and audition for them roles, and then make the phone time to call all your networking plugs that you've been brushing elbows with the last couple of months and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time for you to, put all of that shit together. You know what I'm saying? And the card I pulled was the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And like I said, we just talked about what tens was in the last card, but in reverse, that can mean something will not come to a close, and that there's still work to be done to end that current cycle. So like I said, that goes exactly what I'm saying. You may have to put some like I said, if it's all work, it's no play. You're gonna have to put that work to the side, you get what I'm saying, to focus on some of your creative endeavors, at least to a point. You may not want to quit your job, but you might want to cut back on some hours so you can put more time into your creative endeavors, some shit that you really emotionally connected to, some shit that makes you feel a certain way. And I think that it'll come out a lot more in your favor than if you did it at another time. You know what I'm saying? We know that Pentacles is all about earth energy. It's all about stability, structure, reality, what you can physically bring, what you can physically touch with the five senses, that type of shit. So with that structure and stability, and like I said, that's probably what's holding up your creative endeavors. You probably got a good job or a stable job, and it gets you it have you living just about, like, you know, have you living just about where you can't complain, or your complaints don't outweigh your needs at this point. So it's all good, but you've been wanting to start a clothing line, or you've been wanting to start singing, or whatever your creative endeavors may be, and you don't even have time to do it because your obligations keep you tied up. You get what I'm saying? So with your obligations keeping you tied up like that, you could be missing out on an opportunity, you know, to actually gain some traction in whatever you really passionate about or emotionally connected to, that, you know, creatively you also, you know, can manifest. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, your fifth house is all about, you know, children, creative activities, expressing yourself, shit like that. But your children ain't always just humans. Sometimes it's like shit that you bring into creation in this life. You know what I'm saying? So if you working too much with the, like I said, with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, it's telling me that you definitely could be working a little too much, and you can be putting off your creative endeavors. And if you put them off too long, the time gonna pass. Right now with this new moon in transit, it's the time to start some. It's the time to, like I said, clear up some energy, clear up some space, you know, esoterically, and bring that Leo energy and play it out creatively. You know what I'm saying? The card I pulled was the moon in Pisces, which said beware of indulging in negative or depressive tendencies. Negative and depressive tendencies sound like a 9 to 5 to me. And that sound like a job that niggas hate. Like I said, they pay the bills, it gets you from A to B, but you hate going there every day, so that shouldn't be the end goal. Niggas will blame their kids. Oh, I'm working this job for my kids, and I don't want to risk it. And it's like, you'll tell your kids the same. If you feel like that, you'll tell your kids the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so then it's a cycle of motherfuckers who swallowing all their dreams just so they can just, you know what I'm saying, go through the motions. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you try some shit and it don't work, you know what I'm saying, maybe you need to go back to the drawing board. But you can at least give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? And with the Moon in Pisces Oracle card, it's telling me, you know, beware of negative, depressing tendencies, like giving all your time to something that don't really serve you. You know what I'm saying? Now, next we got, what's that? That's 6th house. I think we got 7th house. No, that's 6th house. Moon, because I think this is moon in the 5th. Hold on, let me see. I'm high. Yeah, so that was moon in the 5th house. So moon, new moon, Leo, new moon in the 6th house. You got your moon aspect of your ascendant here as well. Not as much, but you know, you can have people that's in your immediate surroundings that might try to like interfere or demand, or simply be like, they might just try to go against you. Like, you might have motherfuckers just, whatever you say, they trying to pick the opposite, and like whatever you stand for, they doing the opposite, but they trying to push it upon you. Like, motherfuckers can just be unreasonably uncooperative towards you during this time. Like, other people, personalities and prejudices and subject judgment could really like brush up against you, and like I said, clash with your own. Motherfuckers who know you could be vegan, and motherfuckers know you vegan, but they just come around you trying to ask you to go to all the steakhouses and shit, and you just be like, what? Then when you tell them no, they look at you like, damn, you too good to go to steakhouse. Steakhouse got salads and blah, blah, blah. And you be like, nigga, why would I go out to dinner and pay $30 to get one salad while y'all niggas eating steaks? Like, it's not my vibe. You know what I'm saying? So, this that type of energy. Motherfuckers just coming around, motherfuckers just coming around throwing you off, like going against shit that you about. Like, you probably, at this time, you can want familiarity, like a sense of belonging. You can want mutual support, but you're gonna be less open and less successful with people in situations which are vastly different than ones that you already know. So motherfuckers who you cool with, who got opposite, because you know, we all got friends who don't, you know, got the same values as us all the time. You know what I'm saying? But this might be a time where you're not as active with those friends. You, like I said, you want to align yourself with the 6th house. you with that 6th house shit, you not really on. It's not really a time for you to be into play. Like I said, with the 6th house all about daily routines, 9 to 5 daily jobs, like work, like day-to-day jobs, like 9 to 5 jobs, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? 6th house all about daily routines, health, mental health, all that type of shit. It's not really about it's not really about like trying to like meet motherfuckers on their level and like hang out and shit. Like it's not really about that, you know. So with the moon in the 6th house, it can be a time to put your feelings on hold while you attend to more practical shit. You know what I'm saying? Like take care of like your immediate responsibilities and situation, the shit that requires your immediate attention. Like right now, like you might, like I said, motherfuckers could be talking about you trying to deep clean your house and rearrange your and redo your kitchen, and motherfuckers talking about going to Texas or going to LA for a week and shit for a vacation or going out the country, and you like, I told you that this week I'm redoing my whole like kitchen, like, and you talking about going overseas this week randomly, like, then when I tell you I'm redoing my kitchen, you like acting like I'm boring or something, like, you get what I'm saying, like that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, with that moon aspect of your ascendant, you want to watch out for that shit. So it could be a concern over your health and diet type shit, putting your life in order and self-improvement, all gonna be on the forefront type shit. So like I said, with that Leo energy here in the 6th house, it could be a big time for you to be on oh shit, I forgot to charge my phone. It could be a big time for you to be what's the name? Like expressing how much you trying to get on your shit. Like motherfuckers can come around you talking and you expressing like, oh yeah, I'm finna go raw, I'm finna go vegan, or I'm finna start working out 2 times a week because I'm trying to get in shape, blah blah. You're gonna be real expressive towards daily routines and shit, and how much you own your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to really get you off your square. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be laser focused on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, hold on, my bad. Now the card I pulled was the 6 of Wands in reverse. Now, usually 6s is for like harmony, cooperation, healing, shit like that. But when they in reverse, they can basically, when 6s in reverse, they basically stand for like a lack of balance or like disharmony. And with the Wands, that means fire, drive, passion, action. So like I said, this 6 of Wands in reverse, this is 100% talking about that moon aspect in your ascendant, and how I said you're gonna be having people that's trying to deter you from getting on your shit. You told niggas that you cleaning up your whole house this week and they want to go to Disney World, and you like, nigga, no, I told you what I'm doing, and motherfuckers start talking shit and want to beef with you because you acting like you think you better than them because you said you want to clean up the crib and they vacationing. And like, you ain't even say that. You just already had plans to clean up your crib and reorganize your life, or go to the gym, or so whatever you had planned, you already had that shit planned. You get what I'm saying? And motherfuckers came in trying to knock you off that shit. So with that 6 of Wands, that's really telling me that you having you have a disharmony and lack of balance with the people that you interacting with, that you coming across with. So you got to make sure that these people can't knock you off your path. So when you get resistance from these people, just know that you need to distance yourself and separate more so than try to match them or get on their level so y'all can be cool. The oracle card I pulled was the Moon in Scorpio, which means negative attitudes and fiery arguments are possible at this time. So you want to channel your energy into positive physical activities like decorating or gardening. Exactly what I was just talking about. The Moon in Scorpio is definitely playing that energy home. Like I said, if you know any moons of Scorpios, those motherfuckers can be vengeful. You get what I'm saying? They be mad about shit for weeks. They hold grudges. You get what I'm saying? So like, so what I mean to say that by is like, during this time, motherfuckers gonna act like you killed you killed they cat or some shit. Like motherfuckers gonna act like you killed you killed they cat, like they pet or some shit. When you tell them that you can't go do some stupid shit that you ain't resonating with because you trying to do some other things that you align with, rather that's get your diet in order, get your health in order, reschedule your life, or reorganize your crib, or get your outside. There might be a time you getting your garden together, or you getting your outside, you getting your grass cut, you trimming the bushes. It could be a time that you doing any of that type of shit. Any of that shit got to deal with daily routines and organization and health or mental health, shit like that, day-to-day work routines, anything like that. So with those two cards, you just want to be sure to stand your ground when motherfuckers come try to knock you off your square when you already had planned to organize. Don't let them get the one up, because that's really just spirits that's trying to come down here and influence you. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers don't even. Usually they happen through people who don't even know themselves. Usually when you got people who who would do some shit like get mad because you had planned to clean your crib and they want to go on vacation. Those type of people don't really exist. They out here walking advertisements. They usually juiced up by the internet, half by the internet, and then half by other dumb motherfuckers who vibrate how they vibrate and go out to the places they go out to. So when they come into you, they just being used as a vessel by a spirit that's using them that they don't even know they being used. You get what I'm saying? So I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't even worry about them niggas, because like I said, they not resonating high enough to even think for themselves at this point. Now, moving on to Moon in the 7th house. Now, with this placement, you got your Moon opposite the ascendant. So you can have your interactions and perceptions of others are highly colored by like past experiences, past prejudices, taste and needs, shit like that. You could be seeking out familiar ways to establish emotional rapport with other people, but differences between people differences between people or encountering strangers may bother you more than usual, which means like coming across people, like I said, coming across people who don't know you. So for example, you could be somewhere at a friend's house or a friend of a friend's house, and they serving beef, and they just serve, you might be vegan, and they serve you a hamburger, and they don't know you vegan or nothing. You ain't got a sign on you that say you vegan or anything. So these people who don't know you and but you might get pissed off. You get what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers, you feel like, oh, these motherfuckers trying to fuck with me. These motherfuckers trying to, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers know I'm vegan. These motherfuckers know I don't eat meat. These niggas trying to fuck with me. These niggas playing on my top or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it really ain't that. So you probably want to just stay from people who really don't know what you trying to do. You get what I'm saying? You want to kind of, I ain't gonna say keep your distance, but really be at arm's length with people who really don't know what you about right now, because you can have differences with different ideologies with you, and it can be a little clash. You know what I'm saying? But with your Moon in the 7th house, that can mean that like all your close relationships require like care and feeding in order to remain healthy and strong. You know, you want to put a lot of expression, a lot of emotion. You know what I'm saying? A lot of boldness into your relationships. You know what I'm saying? It's also a good idea to devote some attention and time to them regularly, and also it's a time for you. Really, it's a time for you to do that for you as well. Like, you know, you could be putting a lot of devotion into your relationships, but you want to put the same amount of devotion into yourself as well. So your ties to nurturing and comforting people and your need to connect with important people are highlighted during this time. So like I said, the way that you express yourself in your not in your close relationships, but your relationships that you have with people, like I said, your intimate relationships, but also like your friendships and different shits like that, you continue to express yourself a lot more with this new Moon in Leo, which could, you know, start something new. It could be something that you start to do more often. You know what I'm saying? So you want to watch out for that. But that could be a good thing, you know, expressing yourself. If you around people that's resonating the right way with you, then that could be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You got your moon aspect in your ascendant here too. So like I said, this could be a little bit of that energy, like I said before, about like people are just trying to knock you off your square. You get what I'm saying? So like you could be trying to be more expressive with your relationships. People can say this could play out as the energy as people think that you like, maybe you don't text enough, or maybe you don't communicate enough, so you start just trying to have daily conversations with people. But the day you try to text a person like and just have daily small talk, they try to like call you out, like, damn, why you texting me and you ain't really talking about shit? Just text me when you want something. That could be with this moon aspect in your ascendant. You can have little shit like that try to knock you off your square. But you know, with the new moon here, you want to start expressing yourself more with your relationships, and you know you already have pre-planned that. So if that just means you that person don't want to express yourself with you, that means that person could probably move into the 11th house and be a person that you really don't resonate with. That with you, that's not a real friendship or in a relationship at all. You get what I'm saying? So you want to watch out for that for sure. Now moving on, I'm trying to see what the next house I got here. Capricorn. Hold on. Where my Capricorn notes? Where my caps? There we go. All right, so in the A file. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I almost skipped the card I pulled. Card I pulled for the moon in the 7th house was the Ace of Pentacles. Now we just went through the Pentacles a couple cards ago. We know that's about structure, stability, safety, shit that you can build in this 3-dimensional shit that you can touch and see. You know what I'm saying? Not really no deep shit, like, you know what I'm saying, shit that you can really touch out and feel. You know what I'm saying? Now, wands, ace or wands is all about like new beginnings, opportunity, and potential. So like you can think of wands as the beginning of a journey that you feel called to, something that's calling you, your new calling or passion that takes you on a new journey. You get what I'm saying? This can also represent itself as like new ideas or info. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, this can with this new beginnings, opportunity, and potential. Like I said, this with the Pentacles, this could be you actually building building better relationships by expressing yourself more. You know what I'm saying? People probably didn't even know you for real. You got your closest friends with this energy here. This telling me some of your closest friends probably couldn't even know you that much because you so closed off and you don't express yourself. So which could be a detriment to where if you got close friends and they don't really know how you feel about certain shit, when it's a boiling point or you really mad about something, they don't even know what all led up to it because you keep it so standoffish and you not saying nothing. So they don't even got a time to correct their behavior. So you gonna probably it's gonna probably be a cycle. You keep having the same shit that pissed you off because you're not expressing what did you like and what you don't like, or what effect that these people, whatever they doing, is having on you. So you could be missing out on building that structure to that relationship to where a motherfucker do some shit that you could have addressed out the gate. You let it pile up for 6 months. Now y'all beef and y'all not even cool no more. When you could have addressed it out the gate, and then y'all it wouldn't even got up there. So the structure that y'all built this friendship relationship on was a lot more stable because you expressed and dealt with any type of shit that you wasn't feeling or vibing with. You get what I'm saying? The card I pulled, Oracle card, was the Moon in Aries. So it say remain sensitive to others to avoid confrontation. Like I said, when you expressing yourself, you do want to keep in mind that you don't want to like trauma dump and go too far. You only want to express yourself like, you know, as much as you want to be expressed too. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to be open, but you don't want to overexpress. You don't want to be one of the people that express everything to a person, but then when they start trying to tell you shit that they expressing, you cut them off and you don't want to hear it. That's some bullshit. You get what I'm saying? So we really don't want to really do that shit. And the moon in Aries, you know, Aries moons can be real stubborn. So you don't want to really be stubborn. You want to be able to look yourself in the mirror and realize type of shit you doing, your faults, and be able to correct those type of things. You get what I'm saying? So let's move on to the next house. We at the Queen of Wands. And I pull out the tarot book actually, you know, now that we got a court card or a queen card. I got this tarot book by Tina Gong. She got some good interpretations. I always like to pull them out and see how, you know, how her ideas clash with mine. You know what I'm saying? So that was hold on. That was 6, 7. Okay, so moon in the 8th house. Yeah, this moon in the 8th house here. All right. So, with the moon in the 8th house, this could be a time where you got concerns about like your money or your any jointly held assets and property or personal belongings to which there is emotional attachment to, and you tend to react as you always have in the past rather than viewing these issues objectively. Also, your emotions are more intense and you may overreact to some encounter. You get what I'm saying? Now, what I'm getting, like I said, with the moon, with the new moon in Leo in the 8th house, it could be exactly what I, like I said, what I wrote down there. But also you got your moon aspecting your ascendant, which could also bring people that's trying to knock you off your square again. You get what I'm saying? So with this, you don't want to beat yourself up too heavy about shit that's out of your control. Basically, if you got concerns about finances or like jointly held assets or like shit that you emotionally attached to, shit that you feel deeply about, you know what I'm saying? You wanna feel strongly about those and confident. You wanna feel confident about what you got in the shadows before you bring it to the light. You get what I'm saying? You don't wanna, because if you don't, then you got a chance to overreact for minor shit and it really be some other shit. You get what I'm saying? Like I just said with the past house, where if it's almost the energy like a motherfucker be doing some shit and you don't say nothing, and it bubble up and then you snap after 6 months. This almost could be that energy, but more so like you just overreacting to shit that like somebody could step on your shoe and you cuss their ass out. But it's not about the shoes. It's really about it's really about something like your dreads not long enough, and you feel insecure about wearing them without a hat or wearing them without a style or some shit. So you really just always in a bad mood. You get what I'm saying? Like that type of energy. Like you want to feel confident about your insecurities before they come to the light. And when they come to the light, when you don't want them to come to the light, they come to the light through your subconscious, through your actions, through you overreacting to shit that they ain't got nothing to do with the shit. You overreacting about some petty shit that's really about some insecurities that ain't got nothing to do with the situation. So you want to watch out for that. And then the card I pulled was the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So we're going to tap into this book by Tina Gong, see what she got to say about the Pentacles. We know the Pentacles energy, that's all earth energy. That's structure, stability, safety, shit like that. But when it's in reverse, some keywords she got in here is jealous, frivolous, insecure, deprived, unkept, self-centered. You want to curate your environment. You want to create a cure routine. Like I said, you can get vengeful with this motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? You could just become a person that's angry all the time because of your insecurities and you're not confident in them. So you want to let go of some of them insecurities and gain confidence with this Leo energy and give yourself time, give yourself space to be confident with them insecurities. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was a basketball player, Anthony Davis. He had a unibrow, and that nigga marketed that motherfucker when he came in the league and they started calling him the brow, and he started getting paid off of insecurity that he brought to the light. Then he started making money off the shit. Motherfucker can talk about a nigga having a unibrow, but he made millions off of the shit. So it's like that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? If you gain confidence in your insecurities, nobody can hurt you with them. You get what I'm saying? So the oracle card I pulled was the frog moon totem. So that say the path has been cleared for you to make a change that's been previously seen unachievable. And that this could with this placement, the moon in the 8th house, to me that could be saying that you got a chance to get past these, like I said, these childish insecurities and these things that you be trying to keep in the shadows. You can gain confidence to bring them to the light. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta, oh shit. You can gain confidence to bring them to the light. And this could be with this, and you want to use this Leo new moon energy, because like I said, Leo is the strongest sign, the most confident sign. You get what I'm saying? So you want to use that strength and that confidence to push those, to push you to be confident and work through those. Like I said, with a new moon, you want to work with those energies and you want to boost it. You know what I'm saying? Use it as a booster to look to do things you thought was unachievable. You might have had some insecurities you thought that you thought you could never face, that you could never bring to the light. You thought some insecurities that you could never bring to see the light of day. And with this Leo new moon energy, it gives you the confidence to be put, you know what I'm saying, to put that shit out there. You get what I'm saying? To the point where you comfortable, you know what I'm saying, in your own skin. You comfortable what makes you you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta push shit to the back and you ain't gotta put put it to the dark. You can let it come to the light and be confident in it, and then use it as an asset. You get what I'm saying? Now, moving on to the ninth house, moon in the ninth house. Now with this placement, you got the moon trying your ascendant, so you can, like I said, you can have some harmony and some good vibes, or really good flowing along comfortably with events and people that's around you right now. So you likely to take the path of least resistance, and like I said, your relationships can be very fruitful right now with the moon trying your ascendant, like I said earlier, like with earlier placement. Now with the moon in your ninth house, we know the ninth house is all about travel, higher education, wisdom, God, shit like that. The desire to go on to like a mini vacation or get away from your usual concerns is strong now. And if you can do so, you should go. You know what I'm saying? If you got the chance to book a vacation right now with the new moon transit in your ninth, you should go ahead and enjoy yourself. Treat yourself, as they used to say. You know what I'm saying? Now, putting things in perspective and getting an overview of the daily matters that normally take up so much of your time, and doing something that expands your horizons are on the forefront right now. So like I said, gaining higher knowledge or gaining wisdom, or look, when I say God, I'm saying looking at the bigger picture. You get what I'm saying? Looking at things from a bird's eye view type shit right here. So you could gain a new perspective with the new moon coming through here. So, but you might have to, like I said, with that new moon, you got to shed some shit. So you might have to shed some old beliefs or some old viewpoints to gain a new vision and a new viewpoint, and a new perspective on how things really is going on in the bigger picture. You might have to lose some shit that you was previously on. You get what I'm saying? Now, now with the moon trining, like I said, I believe it's moon trining. Yeah, with the moon trining your ascendant, it could be an easy transition for this to happen, but you still gotta let it happen. You know what I'm saying? A trine don't mean it's gonna do it for you. It's just saying the path is flowing easy, but you gotta be aware of it. You know what I'm saying? So now that you're aware of it, you got to be able to go in there and use it. You know what I'm saying? Now, back into the tarot book by Tenagone, you know what I'm saying? The card I pulled was the Princess of Cups. So we know that princess energy, that's like childlike energy. So with the Princess of Cups upright, you know, that's some keywords she got in here is like inner child, messenger, shy, idealist, naive, sensitive, dreamer, imaginative. You know, you want to trust your inner voice, and you want to be open to surprises, like I said. This might be a time for you to trust your intuition if it's pushing you towards some new knowledge or higher learning or wisdom or a better perspective on something. You want to kind of fall into that energy. We know Cups is all about deep connection, intuition, emotion, shit like that. So you want to kind of play into that intuition with that Cups energy and that princess energy, and you want to fall right into it. And you, like I said, you might have you might come out of this with some brand new perspectives. Now, the card I pulled was the moon in Virgo. So some issues surrounding health and exercise may come to the forefront. So you want to focus on your physical well-being. But like I tell people all the time, the way you focus on your physical well-being, the best way is get your mental stability first, so you know why and what you're doing with your physical well-being. Motherfuckers can sometimes go to the gym and they work out and they get their body in the best shape, but they mentally fucked up. That's how you got world-class wrestlers who go kill themselves and their family. They was in peak physical condition, but their mental stability was all over the place, so their physical well-being ultimately took a dive. So first you want to always work on your mental stability here. You know what I'm saying? So working on your mind and expanding your knowledge and your wisdom with this moon in the ninth house transit is big here. And then once you get there, then you can work your subconscious to be healthier. So then the actions that you play out when you are focusing on your physical well-being in the three-dimensional realm, it'll play out in the right way for you and whatever you got going on, because you already you built it all the way up. You didn't just skip the emotional work and getting your mind right. You got your mind right first, and now you're getting your body right for the right reasons. You get what I'm saying? Now, next time, moving on, I'm trying to shoot through this motherfucker. I'm at an hour damn near already. So yeah, that's pretty much moon in the ninth. You know what I'm saying? So moving on to the 10th house, new moon in the 10th house. So that's how with that you got a moon square your ascendant. So like I said, you can feel that odds with people and not quite viable motherfuckers that's in your environment. So you can be oversensitive and you can be having childish impulses towards situations and people that's in your close proximity way more than usual. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, with the new moon in your 10th house, you could be having concerns about your work, career, long range goals, and just life direction, how your reputation, your public image, and how people see you and your professional issues right now. But whatever you do tends to be more open, more public, and more available for the world to see. So people see more of the private and personal side, whether you want to or not. So with this energy, here, really what you want to do is, now, if you wasn't, now this gonna be fucking niggas up who ain't watching the whole video if y'all skipping to y'all sign, but just a quick review. I told niggas in the second house, focusing and valuing on the right shit is how you ultimately get to where you really want to be in life. Not putting a value just on money. And that's why I say, people say the second house is about finances and income, and it is, but that's because usually that's what people value. If you start valuing the emotions and the feeling that you get out of those things that you are ultimately gonna buy with money, then you start to get to the root of what, you know what I'm saying, your calling is to this life and where you ultimately want to be. So when you're doing the right work and you planting the right seeds in what you value in the second house, and then you do the right work on it in the 6th house, when you get to the 10th house, you will be comfortable with people seeing the personal side of you, because you'll already put something that you personally value into what you're working on. Now, if you somebody who faking it till they make it, or you somebody who don't really feel strongly about whatever your career, your path, or what people see you as, if you're a person who rap, but you don't really like rap, and you really want to be a librarian or something, people gonna fuck around and see your book collection in the back of your rap video, and all they gonna be here talking about is all the books you got and shit. So people gonna see the real you, regardless of what you want them to see or not. So if it ain't tied to your career or your path, or what your career, or what you want people to see you status wise, then you're gonna see a clash. So your career gonna take a dive behind your personal matters. This is why it's good to put it all together. Shit that you value should be something that you're emotionally attached to, something that you feel passionate about. So when you in the 6th, and when it move to the 6th house, it don't feel like work when you gotta put in the hard work for it. When you gotta put in the day-to-day routine, the 6th house won't feel like work if you're doing something that you passionate about, something that you feel deeply towards. So then when it move to the 10th house, this type of transit, a new moon in the 10th house, when the Leo is all about being confident in expression, you'll be able to use the fruits of the sky to its maximum and push this type of energy. If you planted the right seeds, this is where you go viral. This is where, I started a juicing company because I went vegan, and I wanted to heal people. The 6th house, I learned everything about juicing. I did all the hard work and saved up and bought juicers. Then the 10th house, I got a juicing company. It's all about me. It's my face on there. And then when this energy come, boom, your video hit 1 million views, and then you off to the races. People did everything that resonated, and you can use the sky energy to, you know what I'm saying? You can use this sky energy, even though it's a square. You get what I'm saying? A square don't always mean bad. It just means you have to work harder for it. And with this 10th house, I just told you, if you got this placement, you had to do the 2nd house and the 6th house work to get to the 10th house. So the square just meaning you had to do more work. If it was a trine, that would have mean that it would have just been laying right here on a duck for you. You get what I'm saying? It would have been something, you would have just got popular off, you know what I'm saying, off something that you like to do, and it would have made you money as well. So it would have turned into a career. You wouldn't have to work for nothing. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit, that type of energy is basically like when if you like a nigga who rap, and then you make a funny Instagram video and they do like millions of views, and you start getting brand deals way more than you ever rapped, and you just turn that into a career. You didn't work on being a comedian, you didn't do none of that shit, and now you just make funny videos and you make plenty of money. That's if it was a trine. Since it's a square, you have to plant the seeds, do the work, and not, if you did both of that, you'll have a better time and you'll have better fruits than somebody who just walked into it. You get what I'm saying? This shit, people will resonate more deeply with your message and shit. You get what I'm saying? Now the card I pulled was the King of Cups in reverse, which means turbulent, repressed, wounded, bitter, uncaring. So you want to find release, and you want to seek love in non-destructive ways. So basically what this is saying is, you want to get some fucking structure to your emotional, you want to get some structure to your emotions. You know what I'm saying? When you got the King of Cups in reverse, the king energy is all about order, structure, discipline, shit like that. The Cups energy, you know, that's about deep emotions, connection. So whereas in reverse, you need to get, like I said, that's not a good sign. With me knowing the moon is already in the 10th house, you have to get your emotions in order. You get what I'm saying? Because how you feel personally is gonna be on the forefront now. You get what I'm saying? How you feel emotionally and personally is gonna be broadcasted to how people see you and status wise. So you want to get all of that shit in order and you want to get it structured. You know what I'm saying? Before it's presented, because regardless if you present it or not, it's gonna be presented. So you at least want to try to structure it some type of way so you can get ahead of it. You get what I'm saying? So you're not caught in the dark. You get what I'm saying? So the oracle card I pulled was the Moon in Taurus. Now we know Moon in Taurus is all about stubborn. That's all about stubborn, being stuck in your ways, but also like luxurious, good taste, fine. But in the Moon is more like about, like I said, stubborn, stuck in your ways emotionally. But it's also, you know, the Taurus is all about luxurious, the best of the best and shit. Now is but with the Moon and Taurus, the Oracle card, it can mean now is the time for focusing on finances and practical matters. Like I said, once you get your emotions in order and you get your you get how your personal shit and your emotions in order, because they're finna be on the forefront anyways with the 10th house, with the moon, with the new moon going through the 10th house. Once you get those in order, you get what I'm saying? Then you can start seeing how they fit practically in your career and status. That's why it's good ahead. That's why this Oracle card is telling you to get ahead of it. Because if you don't, then you're gonna be stubborn when motherfuckers is pointing out flaws and shit. You gonna be feeling emotionally stubborn and not wanting to you know, agree with motherfuckers when they giving you advice, because you ain't want motherfuckers to see that part of you anyways. You get what I'm saying? So if you can get ahead of it and put some structure on it, it could be a lot, things can go a lot more luxurious for you. You get what I'm saying? Now, moving on to Moon in the 11th house. Now this is my placement actually. I'm not a Libra rising, but mostly Libra risers have this. Now, this placement actually got a sextile. So like I said, you could be seeking out and receiving insurance from family and old friends, allies, nostalgia, anything from your past. And nostalgia is basically elevated right now, but shit from your past can, you know what I'm saying, help you right now in your future. But with your Moon in your 11th house, it could be a need for community, fellowship, emotional contact with kindred spirit, like-minded individuals, friendship, and supportive social media followings can be on the forefront now. So you can be deepening the closeness between yourself and others beyond your most immediate family is very worthwhile now. Also, cultural events or participating in some group effort can be satisfying. So like I said, with this new moon going through your 11th house and Leo, this could be a time for you reaching out and gaining new audiences and finding like-mindeds and finding your tribe and bringing more people into your 7th house, gaining more relationships that actually have meaning and people that think like you and people that got the same values as you. You get what I'm saying? This could be a great time for that. Card I pulled was the 6 of Swords. We know the Swords energy, that's all about air. That's all about communication. That's all about detachment, shit like that. So we know 6s and tarot can mean harmony, cooperation, and healing. So after the number 5, which is a conflict number, you know, 6s can mean a time for healing and recuperation. So this can mean that your material world and your spiritual world are in balance right now. So you can expect to experience some type of calm and ease. Like I said, if you've been planting the right seeds and you have released the right amount of people, like this is a good time to do a social media cleanse and clear out all the people clear out everybody who stop following everybody on social media sites who you don't resonate with. And then you'll see how once you do that, this would be a time where people start following you that got the same that follow the same people as you, and or people that start following you, they got the same views and y'all got the same thoughts and ideologies on shit, and you'll start finding your tribe more. But you gotta release some things. So you gotta release some shit that some old friends, some old associates that you don't vibe with, y'all just know each other from elementary and follow each other on Facebook. It's time to unfollow them. You don't like none of their pics, they don't like none of your pics. Y'all both ghost following. Unfollow all them people. only follow people that's engaging, that's chopping it up with you, that's liking posts, that's doing the same shit that you doing, because that's how you can find harmony with this Six of Swords, through connection and communicating with people that's not in your immediate facilities, people that may be on social media or a little further out of your arm's reach. You get what I'm saying? The card I pulled was the Wolf card. So it say, beware of letting your wilder instincts spin out of control. And what that's really telling me is you don't want to go too far with this. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. When you going out and you finding your tribe and you finding like-minded people, you don't immediately move them into your third house, which is your close friends, people that you could be bored with. It's a process. You keep them at 11th house, then they move into your 7th house as y'all gain stability. As the relationships with people gain stability and structure, and y'all find things that y'all can grow and think about and agree upon. And then from the 7th house, then they move into the 3rd house. So you want to, you know, with the moon in your 11th house, it could be a time where, you know, you might be thirsty to find your tribe and people that think like you. So you might jump into a lot of interactions with people a little lighthearted, but you want to make sure you don't go too far with that energy. That's basically all that's telling me. Now, last but not least, moon in the 12th house. Oh shit, my bad. So moon in the 12th house, you can have you are with the moon in the 12th house, you can really feel especially sensitive, moody, and desirous of privacy and solitude. So you need to be, you know, doing some inner work right now, right at this time, some alone time. You may instinctively wish to shield yourself from the emotions and problems of others. This is a good time for peaceful meditation, contemplation, and spiritual renewal. Like I said, with the new moon in the 12th house, like I said, this is a time for you to might gain new spiritual practices or new meditation rituals, new time for you to, new ways for you to work on your subconscious and work on your inner self, you know, without the world seeing, before you bring it to your first house. This is more time finding new ways to be confident in going into yourself and doing some meditation. You might have thought meditation was stupid or you can't sit still for long, but you can use this Leo new energy to maybe, instead of when you get stressed out, you go smoke a blunt. Maybe you can go and do 30 minutes of meditation in the sun and you know, try that out. Maybe this Leo new moon can give you confidence to try something out new like that and work on your inner self a little bit. The card I pulled was the 8 of Swords. Now, like I said, we know that Swords is about communication, detachment. You know, it's an air. So we know 8s, that's all about mastery, accomplishment, you know, action. So 8s really mean eternal energy, emotion, or flow. So therefore, they represent the continual effort required to reach your goals and desires. They symbolize the work that must be put in to achieve mastery and completion. So, like I said, this is definitely playing into the energy that I just was talking about. If you don't put in that work on your subconscious, if you don't put on that work on your subconscious and alone time, work on your inner self, work on your shadow side, if you don't put that time aside, then you're gonna start doing self-sabotage through your physical actions, because your subconscious is crying out for help, but you're not addressing it. So with this 8 of Swords, it's telling me that you have to actually do the work of putting in the work of doing meditation, doing whatever spiritual work you need to do to achieve attainment. You get what I'm saying? And only then will you be able to master your physical world. You get what I'm saying? So with the new moon going through your 12th house, you want to use this time to use the confidence as a confidence boost into finding new spiritual practices and ways to go within and do some inner work. The Oracle card I pulled was the Full Moon card. The Full Moon card is all about taking time to relax, recharge, replenish your inner strength. Like I said, also drilling home exactly what I was saying before. You gotta take this time to work on your inner strength, to work on your inner meditation, work on yourself at this time. Because if you don't, then you're gonna play out self-sabotaging practices and you ain't gonna know what they going for. You just gonna be going through the motions and being used as a vessel by different spirits who want to experience different shit that's at low vibrating frequencies. You get what I'm saying? So you want to shield yourself from that by being aware and having a strong subconscious mind. So even when you is going through the motions, you're going through the motions, but it's still taking you on your spiritual path. You get what I'm saying? So you being used as a vessel by actually spirits that can do you that can do some good for you. Like I said, I ain't gonna say good and bad spirits, but I'm gonna say spirits that you can actually be useful for. Spirits that it's a joint effort. They here to experience something, and you wanted to experience that as well. So it's a joint effort. It's not just them using you blindly. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just was at an hour still, but you know, that's new moon in Leo. Like I said, you wanna definitely, like I said, the big theme is letting go, making room, letting go of some old energies to let these new Leo energies work with this new moon. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's what we got for them.